Hello and welcome to another impromptu bowling session. Long time ago since I bowled here at New Palace Lanes, Fitchburg, Massachusetts, home to the hit TV candlepin show King of the Palace. YouTube search King of the Palace to watch people that are actually good at this instead of me. Although I have my Cinderella moments once in a while. And if you like the show enough, subscribe. YouTube.com/New Palace Lanes. We are sullying the reputation of TV lane number 3 so that the pros and the leagues will never want to bowl on it again. And now it's time to stink it up. And this place is known for the Curse of the Palace, which even in my better runs get a complete goose egg. And we start with a stink frame of 4. That's better. Didn't matter. Still 9 is pretty good. Kind of saved it with a 7. It's time for the halftime report. The stinker at the front kind of hurt. Otherwise, yeah, okay. 36 rebuildable. Minor lobs we let live. Not exactly where I aim, but works for me. 10. Recently, 10 pinners have said it's confusing. You're using an X for 10 and not as a strike. That's not how it works in candlepin. 10 is marked with an X. Spare is upper left corner shaded. Strike, upper left, lower right. And unofficially, when more than one strike shot in a row, the opposing are shaded in, making kind of a picture frame. All right, enough of that crap. Let's watch some more physical crap. Eight again. Good game as possible. Bowling God's middle finger, all alone for 9. And that's what legit clean and proper maintained pin plates do for you. It's a 10. 7 for good. another 10. And here it is. Nothing really bad there, 3 10s. If they were all together, we would have a microwave turkey dinner. 83. So far, one good game. It's pure coincidence it lines up with a goal of trying to beat a childhood score, but average ability, according to records from the ICBA casual bowlers, is a 90. So anywhere from 80 to 100 is considered within average, although if I get 100, Disney World. Well, if I were rich. Anyway, let's see what getting 2 does. Sounded like it can actually throw the ball hard. Nine's a much better start than 4. There we go. Halfway to Worcester already. George. Worcester does me in for a stink frame of 2. Yep. Better than last time, 7. Seven again. Leary with a piece piece of wood that could help if I can actually hit it. That's the 4 horsemen left and the 9.
How does that happen? Where's the order?
And this one's gone to hell. Well, I'm going to write this game off. There's a 5. And speaking of writing it off, here we go. The 9's the only good thing, and we're at 30. Finally, a mark. Something that could kind of rebuild this. You know what that means? It's time for El Stinko the bonus ball. What will the bonus be? First balls have not been that good. El Stinko lives up to its name with a 2. Usually you do a lot better when the lanes are tilted to the left. I'm not doing that here. 9. That's the kingpin standing up for 9. The way you can tell the difference is the kingpin is darker, it's further away from the light. Bowling God's middle finger is brighter because it's closer. I need to at least get 2 10s to hit a good game here, or a mark with a decent throw. The wood does not like to settle down at the palace. We gotta wait for it to settle. And I think it's still moving. I think it's settled. and an 8. I just need 2 to make at least mediocrity. There's that chance. Time for El Stinkle the bonus ball. We need 2 to make good now. And left a new palace right for 9. Pardon while I do some editing, I wrote this game off and it actually became decent. Who would have thought that pile of dog dung would have been the better game? 2 spares, El Stinko hits at 6 with a 2. But we had 9s and 8s, and then El Stinko didn't stink the last time. As you saw, he had the meh thing all ready to go. And it's not so meh. 87. Needless to say, my high trip of 305 is not going to get broken. Not even if a Cinderella moment were to happen. Still, let's go for another good one at least. Thank you. Wood could and does for a spare. People like it when I bring the ball up to the camera, so it's time for El Stinko the bonus ball. What will it be? One was bad, one was pretty good. El Stinko the bonus ball stinks more for the leave. It's a okay 5. Kaleri left there. That's a recovery. 10. Barely missed the wood, an 8. And we are left with a new Palace right. And I know after seeing that and a few others, I know there's people that still say this place juices. Do you see any clear tracks of cheatiness? Nothing came back on it. He does not juice. In fact, one of the most famous candlepin bowlers even backed that up. And a spare, how they sometimes wind up. Time for L's. Think of the bonus ball. What will it be? It's a week 4, not exactly stinker, but not the best. Still helps. And an 8. And now the halftime report, and then I'll answer a question people have brought up on YouTube lately. Here we go, 2 spares, 1 fill, whoops, mediocre but okay, 1's weak but just barely not a stinker. We're at 55, and this is what they're asking. What's the significance of the L on certain numbers? Come on. That's when we surpass the low of 44 that I got at Mason's, and if it were to ever happen, the camera doesn't want to focus, but you can see it. We'll try again. There we go. If I beat 136, there'll be an H next to it. So that's what the L stands for, passing the low. See, I do read the comments, and I do respond to them when necessary. We're also heading towards the century mark, which usually does happen here at least once, not always. And an 8. not bad. A 9. Kingpin standing, the triple digits withering away. Just squeaked by for an 8. Need to have all 10s at the least to sell triple digits. That's the bowling god's middle finger saying goodbye to your triple digits. 9. Still, it's a great game. It's a game of average ability if I get at least one. No triple digits. An 8. And here we go. Still, I'm not upset with 97, but had triple digits and it slipped away. None of the leaves were all that bad. I mean, I think the worst thing was an 8, which is, for me, not bad. Game number 4. We're done the first quarter. And we're going to pause and start the camera. We're hitting that gig point. And we're back. First 3 games weren't too bad. Let's start number 4. The wood at the palace loves to roll around. It's wallowing in the cleanliness. 7 to start. At least it's on a 4. Niner. And the 10. And we're left with a new palace left and nothing to really help. Wayward ball could probably take it. And a 9. Okay, now it's set. At least I cleaned it with a 10. A man in there. In case you're wondering, my buddy Dave was working on the ladies' restroom. Halftime report, as you could tell before I said it. 7's the worst thing, and if that's the worst, I'm pretty happy. We're heading towards average ability with the 45. Minor loves we let live. The pros say For a casual gamer like myself, even acknowledging that line right there is actually making things too hard for myself. But we gotta have standards. If they go towards that arrow as a pin falls over there, then I won't count it. Trying to help the pin setter load faster. It didn't seem to work too well. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. Didn't matter. Still an eye. How did that happen? Literally, how did that happen? I didn't see it. That's a spare. And the ball actually did go where I aimed. For those who've been watching for a while, you may notice that happens a little more often. Not very often still. It's time for El Stinko the bonus ball. What will it be? Leaving the new Palace left for a 9, so it didn't stink. Nice, triple digits are in range, but I'm not counting it. Now see, if he really did juice the lanes, that would have been a spare. Again, because people give my buddy Dave a hard time, look at this ball. See any clear lines of cheaty? No, you don't, do you? And like I said, and I won't name names, on an older King of the Palace episode, a top bowler confirmed the fact. It's legit. Keeping that dream alive for the 10. It's actually much more possible. A mark will really help it. You haven't seen me do one of those in a while. All right, we're getting our at least one triple-digit score per visit thing going on with 2 El Stinko the bonus balls. What will they add up to? El Stinko 1 lives up to its name with a 2. El Stinko the bonus balls, they both lived up to their name with a 5, but it's enough to do the job. Before we throw our last ball, we got to do something for a moment. No, it just started. I know. Anyway, something important came up and Dave has to leave. And somebody else, as I'm trying not to say specifically here, 2 more games, and then Amber, the other person that runs the place, is going to leave. So they're letting me get half of the usual run in. So let's throw the last ball and see if we can get 2 more to hit triple digits. And the answer is of course not. Oh, wait a minute. 5. That does count, so we did. Yeah, since he has something to do and Amber is willing to stick around for at least half. There we go. Our at least one triple-digit score of 103. She doesn't have that long to go because here comes number 5.
Well, I'm saying what time is something. When you guys gotta get here.
I'll probably
There we go. We know one of those had to happen.
well, 5:15. I would think. 5:15, 5:30.
So in other words, I'll take the 5 o'clock bus. Yeah, that's what I was asking. I didn't know about work schedule.
Start with 10. That's all right. And a 6. but so far. Niner. So, yeah. I had something to say now. I forgot. Bowling gods waved their middle finger at me and I didn't get it back. Still a 9. Yeah, when it's off season, it's hard to get this place when it's open, and when it is, sometimes my buddy Dave cannot keep it open long enough because things come up. So, game and a half to go pretty much. That's an example of a lob that I'm not accepting. Best we can do is a spare. Is the curse of the palace about to rear its ugly head? This place is known to do that to me. We'll take 6 after that disaster. And the halftime report. Couple of bad 6s, but with the 10s and 9s, that allows us to afford that. And we're at 40. And even with my somewhat improved skill, the goose egg frame here is still a thing. But not this time. We got a new Palace right, going for a spare. Niner. Still good territory as possible. Very nice. is the ultimate screw job. Still got 8. The 4 horsemen on the left end, wood that's going around in the cleanliness of the pin plate. Bowling God's middle finger again for 9. Alright, we just need 4 to make good. I think that's more than 4. Time to end this frame with El Stinko the bonus ball. They've been everywhere. 50-50. And El Stinko stinks, leaving the Steve Bruncha. And we squeaked into average ability. All 8s, 9s, and El Stinko. It was a weak fill. Typically, I don't call it a stinker, but come on, a spread eagle. 90. And like I said, because people need to go, they are allowing me to do half of the normal games. So here's the abridged version of the show, last game. Let's see how much time's there. Okay, it'll be good for the whole run. Will it be all good games? It's about to roll, but didn't see that piece of wood rolling into the gutter. There we go. Eight it is. Would have been nice if the second ball was a spare and not a gutter ball taking everything. left. Negative. The only downside to this place, you gotta wait forever for the wood to settle. Close enough, almost exactly where I wanted it. 10. And 10. Absolutely not. Well, I guess Dave likes me enough to try and give me some free points, but I don't need them. Only God's middle finger for 9. Oh, I really screwed up the numbers here. Alright, here's the halftime report of the abridged last game version. 8's the worst thing so far. 2 10s. Could have had a microwave turkey dinner, but no. I gypped myself on frame 4. I only added 3 points. I don't know why I did that. So when I added everything up and it was a 39, I thought it seemed a bit low. Because it was. It's a 46. Heading towards another possible average ability game. And the dreaded Four Horsemen on the left. Looky, I did something a good bowler can do. Time for El Stinko the bonus ball. What will it be? El Stinko stinks for the goalpost thing there, but the fill of an 8 is not bad. Time for the old spray and pray. Two in a row. Once again, time for El Stinko the bonus ball. If we get a third spare, it's known in bowling terms in general as a chicken, or any three combinations in candlepin is called a turkey. Whichever you call it, what will El Stinko give us? Like I say, for a casual bowler, even acknowledging the line is too much, and like I said, I give myself a little bit, that's a little bit, and a strike. In candlepin, 3 marks in a row is a turkey, so we got that. No chicken. 2 El Stinko the bonus balls. Oh well, no mark this time. Still a 9. Hold on a second, I gotta do math, and I suck at math too. Okay, we could have a possible Cinderella moment if things go right, although actually probably not. But still, we're in triple digits, 1 ball to go and 2 more frames. We'll take the 9. Technically, I'm 8 away from what I would consider a Cinderella moment. Okay, we barely broke into the Cinderella's land here. Just barely. 3 marks in a row, which really helped. And then 9 and 8 kind of helps a little bit. So, barely into the Cinderella territory with a professional type score of 120. Let's look at it again. 83, 87, 97, 103, then a little dip there, which I'm still impressed with, and the 120. My high here at the Palace is a 126. Now, before I call it good, some people are wondering, as I always tell them when they come here and play, and new people that ask for my assistance, what little I can actually give, is don't try to huck the ball. Throw it comfortably. I want to show you something weird. And this isn't counting. This is just there for show, so if it goes in the gutter, I don't really care. I'm going to now show you a normal throw. We'll use the house balls for this. Normal throw, doesn't matter where it goes. Now you want to see something interesting? I'm going to huck this as hard as I can and watch. The speed is the same. Isn't that interesting how I can huck the ball and just throw it comfortably and the speed is exactly the same? Whereas most people, if they huck it, it's noticeably faster. Just shows you I can't throw a fast ball, but the speed of mine, I'm okay with it. No problems. Getting closer to 30 miles an hour as I go along. Anyway, I'm keeping amber long enough, so we're going to call it good. Cinderella moment, just barely, but it counts. George F551 saying, hope you enjoyed and have a good one.